Hello and welcome to Are They Cheating? I fancy doing some Warzone content and I realised I haven't watched anyone doing some kind of just spectating Warzone for a little while now. And another thing that occurred to me is that the reason I'm not playing Warzone much lately is because there's so many cheaters. There just really is. I used to be one of those people who was like, oh no, I think people are over-exaggerating it. I don't think there's that many people cheating. And then I tried playing Warzone at the beginning of the week and saw 4 people get banned while I was spectating them in one match. That was insane. Now, while obviously I hate there being cheaters in game, like everybody else does, I do kind of like watching them. It's a bit like, you know, there being a drunk idiot at a bar. You'd obviously rather people weren't making a fool of themselves, but if someone's going to make a fool of themselves, you'd probably rather watch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spectate and we're going to kind of hope to see some cheaters as we go. Now, this first match is my first match in a few days. Like I said, I played it at the very beginning of the week. I played a few games of Warzone, but I haven't played the rest of the week. And I was solo, and I've gone into quads just because there seems to be more cheaters in quads than anywhere else. And we're on PC, obviously, to try and make sure that we're seeing the most possible. But because it's my first game in a while, and I was solo matched against quads, I figure this will be an easier match than maybe the others will be. Like, normally the first match is, you know, a little bit simpler, a little bit more lenient matchmaking. I never know how much of that kind of engagement-based matchmaking stuff to believe in, but it definitely feels like your first game on after a while of not playing is normally a slightly more forgiving one than maybe the others. So the way this is going to work is we're going to spectate, obviously, as many people as possible. We'll probably do like 3 matches in this video. And as we go through, I'll let you know who I think might be cheating or who I think isn't cheating. And you do the same. Let me know in the comments when you see someone who you think was cheating, or if I say someone was cheating and you think that I'm wrong, let me know. Because it normally is quite sort of ambiguous, isn't it? Like, there's some people who are obviously rage hacking and it's really easy for anyone to tell. But then there's quite a lot of times where I just see people who maybe are just really good and I think, oh, their aim doesn't look natural, but other people are like, yeah, we can do that. Because I do know some people in real life who I know aren't cheating and seem to have incredibly good aim. So definitely I could call people wrong because of that. Or sometimes it's just, you know, the spectator cam is a little bit weird and glitchy because, you know, this game made by a tiny, small development studio with barely any budget, so it's understandable that there's so many bugs. See, that, not cheating at all. Like, that, those shots there, you saw he was kind of aiming a little bit at him, expected him to move right, but he moved left, and his aim didn't follow. Like this looks like how I aim, basically. Like, this looks completely and utterly natural to me. So, get clue, pretty sure, not cheating. We'll watch his teammates, like, they might all be together, or we can watch this guy in the gulag, actually. It's quite nice spectating quads because I can jump between players if one person's being a bit boring. I can just hop on over to another viewpoint and see what they're doing. Oh, that's some quick reactions. So this guy, that was every shot on target, but none of them were particularly hard shots. So I'd still give him the benefit of the doubt and say no, he got his shots on. But I might keep an eye on him just a little bit. Because it was, you know, the tiniest bit suspicious when somebody doesn't ever make the wrong decision. He just had a sniper look right at him. I think when you're looking to see if someone's cheating, for me, it's always trying to think, okay, what would someone do naturally in any given position? Oh, this guy might be cheating. I don't know. He's either a pretty good shot or he's cheating. Because when you're shooting at someone, especially from a little way away, you don't know which way they're going to move. Like, a lot of the time, if somebody is playing properly and they're kind of wiggling left and right, they're sort of juking a little bit, then you don't know which way they're going to move. So every time they do move, it should, in theory, take you a little bit of time to catch up to them because you've got a little bit of reaction time. You know, oh, they were moving right, now they're moving left. You should have to adjust for that. Obviously, things like aim assist on controller will make a difference. And, you know, there's some situations, particularly when people are moving vertically, like people are jumping off things, where aim assist will kind of track them for you. I think when you're going horizontally, though, it's not quite as strong as some people like to make out. I think, personally, I'm of the opinion right now with Call of Duty that there's probably more cheaters than I used to think. and that there's quite a lot of people using some kind of aimbot, but they're doing that thing that we've seen on lots of videos now where cheaters have made videos showing off their cheats, where they can kind of set the stickiness to kind of low, so the gun bounces around a little bit so they don't hit every shot, but they are kind of kept on target. See, that was... he didn't hit every shot then. This guy's interesting because he seems to be very slow to react, like when that sniper was looking right at him. I would have gotten cover straight away. But he did just shoot someone who I couldn't see at all. Maybe his teammates were pinging him. Maybe, again, spectator glitches. We don't have all the information. But that felt a little bit odd to me, maybe. I hate it when someone else goes on a zipline at the same time as you, and you just kind of jump straight through it. That's very, very frustrating. So, okay, they're going to get in a gunfight here. Blue is already in a gunfight, but there's another person up on those stairs. It looks like there's a mine or something down there. He's going to run straight into the gas. Again, for someone who seems to have quite good aim, seems to also be making some silly mistakes. Sliding around, you can see a guy there. So that didn't look particularly suspicious. He was like a little bit behind him the whole way. But I think that actually might be a bit of a spectator glitch, where it looked to me like his shot shouldn't be hitting. But every shot did. Dunno. Jury's out on this one. Oh! There was someone prone in that big pile of stuff, I think. Can I see somebody else? Oh, he's in the gulag. Should we watch the gulag? Okay, let's see how this guy goes. Oh! No, see that? I think that looks very natural. That looks like how people normally aim. You know, he was overcompensating a little bit. He was kind of wiggling around over where he could see the person. I think all of that was pretty standard. That's just how people aim, I think. Right, what about Mr. Egg? Eggy Mr. Egg. Man, I miss Warzone Easter eggs. Remember those? Even the few that we've had on Urzikstan, like we had that bit where you find all the drone parts, or the stuff where you could open up Bunker 13. They just weren't that exciting. Bunker 13 was kind of cool, but it was also completely pointless because you could just swim through a tunnel and get to the same place. It was like they chickened out of locking something behind an Easter egg, which obviously kind of sucks for someone who most successful videos generally are guides on how to do Easter eggs. It does feel like Raven's never been that interested in Easter eggs. Like, Infinity Ward were, you know, with Bunker 11 and the stadium and everything back in the early days of Verdansk. And it'll be interesting to see whether we get those Easter eggs back when we get Verdansk back. And then High Moon Studios and Beanox seem to really like them on Rebirth and, you know, Fortune's Keep and Vondel. We got loads of Easter eggs then. But it does feel like, because there's not much in the way of proper, like, complicated Easter eggs on the main map, that people are just a lot less interested in Warzone Easter eggs than they used to be. And I get it that, like, you know, such a tiny percentage of people must do them, that it's probably not worth the developers really putting any kind of investment into it at all. You know, when with the zombies mode, what they said the other day, that even with directed mode that tells you how to do it, only 10% of people who have played zombies have done any of the Easter eggs. Like, that's crazy. That's so crazy low. That must be gutting for people that put a lot of work and energy into making those Easter eggs. So, you know, zombies, I would assume, is probably the least popular mode after Warzone and multiplayer. You know, it'd be like Warzone's probably the biggest mode, then multiplayer, and then zombies. And then out of that, only 10% of those players have even done one of your Easter eggs. That's got to be kind of gutting, hasn't it? Right, should we go back to Get Clue? Get Clue's on 4 kills. He's heading over to do this bounty, so he's going to be getting into a fight. So far, I haven't really seen any of the others looking like they're cheating, but Get Clue, maybe. I've definitely not enough to say, oh, they're definitely cheating or anything like that. But it's like, if he was cheating, if he did something that was super weird, I wouldn't be super surprised. It would be kind of lame if I set up this whole video as in, oh, are we going to find cheaters today? And then we didn't find a single one in the first video. And I am just going to show you the first 3 games. I'm not going to edit anything out. If we don't find any cheaters, then we don't find any cheaters. Because that would kind of tell you something in itself, that, you know, maybe there's less cheaters than people think. Obviously, how many cheaters you run into will probably depend a bit on You know, maybe what region you're on, what time of day you play, what skill level you're at, all of that kind of stuff. I'm a pretty average player. This is on the EU servers. You know, I'm in the UK, and this is Saturday morning. So not like peak times exactly, but it is a weekend. I imagine there's lots of kids playing. It's actually really, really sunny outside today. It's been quite a nice weekend in the UK. So maybe a lot more of the more well-adjusted players are actually outside enjoying the sunshine, and we're going to be getting all the dirty cheaters in here who don't go outside. See, that was a bit weird. That was a bit weird. He didn't hit that many shots, but just the way he aimed seemed a bit odd. And that was a very accurate gas grenade. I don't know. This will be the first one, so in the comments, let me know. Call it as early as you want to. Maybe put a timestamp of when you're calling it. Do you think GetClue was a cheater? You can always just delete the comment if you were wrong, if you don't want to look silly. But leave them up, you know, if you want to. So he's got a sniper looking right at him, and he's just completely ignoring it. That seems weird to me. Oh, there's definitely an enemy. In that little shed, I think.
I'll be back.
He's right there, isn't he? Where was he? Or was he on the other side of the wall? I could hear footsteps then. The footsteps, anecdotally, do seem much better right now. Like when I was playing earlier in the week, while I stopped playing because I was fed up of cheaters. Because it was just ruining games, to be honest. You could hear footstep audio way, way better than I have been able to for the last year or so. It's still not perfect, you know, there's still the odd time where there's like other loud sounds and then it just completely drowns anything out. But it seemed better. I think a lot of the problem with the footstep audio is like it's a combination of how quiet people are and how fast people move. Like, you can get across areas so fast and, like, change direction and flank around and stuff so quickly in this that when you can't hear people doing that, I think this guy might have some kind of aimbot, you know. I think, so this is my prediction for GetClue, he has got an aimbot, and it's one of those things where, you know, like, someone did one of those videos and it was, like, showed that on the cheats, there's like a circle on the screen, and if the enemy's in that circle, it will, like, you know, you can set it so it'll hit them 80% of the time, it'll hit them 60% of the time, it'll hit them, you know, 90% of the time, whatever. And if you're not in that circle, then it doesn't, like, track them at all. So then it can make it look a bit more natural, where it's like, okay, if you were kind of close enough, then your shots will hit. That's what I think's going on here. And I'm definitely aware I could be over-exaggerating it. Like, maybe this guy's just a fairly good shot. You know, he's on 6 kills. It's not like he's done anything crazy. Circle 4. Pink's dead. So GetClue knows there's someone behind him. This is what I don't understand. If he's someone who is a good shot, which, you know, like, if he's not cheating, then he's definitely a pretty good shot. Why does he keep making these weird decisions? Like, he sees snipers looking at him and doesn't react. He knows there's somebody on top of that building being pushed by the gas, and he just turns his back to them. Maybe, like, you know, they're on comms and there's someone saying, oh yeah, there's definitely someone in this house, and he's just getting distracted by that. That's definitely possible. Like, these people could all be in a Discord call or something like that. Speaking of Discord, isn't it awesome that now on both consoles you can just run Discord? Like, that's huge. That's a game changer. That's one of those things where I sort of take it for granted now, and I forget how awkward it used to be. You know, I used to have setups where I'd be, like, playing on console, and I'd have to run Discord separately on my phone and find a way to feed both audios into my headphones. Sometimes I'd wear, like, in-ear headphones with Discord on, and then big over-ear headphones with the game on. Stuff like that was utterly ridiculous. Now, it's just, nope, run Discord on the console. Doesn't matter whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. That's awesome. That's so good. Well, you're running out of time now, I think, before we can... we might never know if GetClue's cheating. You're running out of time to make a call, though. At some point, he'll die. Because I don't think he's actually that good at the game. I think he's just either good at aiming or he's cheating a bit. What's he going to go buy? He's got loads of money, so probably UAV? Yep, UAV. Did burn a bit of a gas mask then. But I suppose if he'd stopped to also buy a gas mask, he probably would have burnt it getting out. So maybe that's fair enough. So he's got a UAV up. There's somebody over there. Spyro fan, I666. Imagine that, like, the two things you want to show love for in your username is Spyro and the Devil. See, and that's interesting. His shots there, you know, they were pretty good shots, and he just wasn't hitting them loads because he was a million miles away. But it's like, why would you even go for those shots? Using a Cypher, that doesn't feel like you had any chance of doing any real damage to that guy. Now, I don't... Like, obviously this position isn't the best for them being able to kill the other people, but I don't hate it, really. Oh, there's someone behind them. He saw that he was moving towards them just before he called the UAV, which seems a bit weird. Oh, but then there, he was getting shot at, and like I would have expected if he was cheating, that would have like locked on. Maybe he's not cheating. He's going to die now because that team has dropped in on them. And he's running away. Was there somebody there? Yeah, if he had, like, if he had an aimbot, I would have thought this would be much easier for him than it is being. Yeah, then he was missing. I think maybe he was just a pretty good shot and everything else was him being stupid. I'm going to say Geklu was not cheating. That's one of those things where if you were one of those people earlier on, you might have, like, hit the report button being like, oh yeah, he seems like he's cheating. But after watching a bit more, I don't think he was. Right, we're only going to have a little while to watch these last lot because this guy's on 22 kills. There's only, what, a 1 and a 2 against them. There's one. He's got a drill out. I don't think the drill's going to be that useful. I'm just going to quickly see if I can see. The other guy's on 16 kills. 22 and 16 kills. The other two teams are fighting each other. Oh no, they're not. GD9 just went down. How did GD9 just go down? Did he get hit by a crate or something? What happened? This guy's not going to help him. Spears is running for it. Oh, a little bit of a head glitch. Oh. He's in a little bit of trouble, but he can get out of that fairly easily. Oh no! Oh no! We're not even going to see! We're not even going to see how he got his 22 kills. Instead now it is 1v2. We've got Advanced Warfare Power, who 100%ed Season 1 apparently. He's by himself. He's only on 3 kills. I'm going to call it. This guy probably isn't cheating. I mean, he has no idea that he just killed somebody who had 22 kills. And he's on 3. 22 kills to me is... I know there's lots of respawns and everything, but to me it's already a slightly suspicious number, you know? It's just like, that's a lot of kills. If you were getting that regularly, I'd be a little bit suspicious. It's just like when there's, whatever, 100 people, 150 people in a game. You think there's always the chance that there's going to be someone who could take you out. There's enough RNG that getting that many kills, winning that many gunfights, seems statistically unlikely. Unless you're doing something weird to get easier lobbies, or you're doing something to give yourself a pretty big advantage in a fight. Or if skill-based matchmaking doesn't just work and you're just better, but it's putting you up against worse players. Someone just scooted around behind him, I think. Oh, maybe not. Someone's on the other side of this fence. I'm sure I heard someone slide. I think they're on his right. Yeah. I think they're there.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Maybe not. Oh, there's someone. Oh no. Yeah, this guy's not cheating. Well, bad luck, AW Power. I was still impressed with you for killing that person who got 22 kills. And the winner is Jales Hakimo. Don't know. Was that? I don't think that was that suspicious. It's a bit weird how he pulled his gun down, then immediately got a hit on the next shot. But I don't think that was that suspicious. So that's one of the nuke skins, isn't it? Right. So just so you know, when I was saying, oh, probably getting easier lobbies and stuff, but there is somebody in a nuke skin in that lobby. Right. Let's go into the next game and see whether we see any cheaters in the next game. And here we are in game 2. So now I'm watching the Bushman, and he's on a team just with Satisfying and El Rubio. El Rubio apparently level 15. Now, low level people are always a bit suspicious. Like, are they new? Or maybe they had to make a new account because their old account got banned. Let's see how El Rubio does. He's sitting back and waiting. If I was going to wait, I'd wait on the side of one of those boxes. Normally, in my experience, if someone throws smoke, yeah, they go the other side. Yep, he's not cheating. So, he's just a newer player who got absolutely destroyed. That does help to illustrate my point about one of the problems about Warzone. I did a video about this the other day. And it's just that, like, the new player experience is so bad. Like, if you're a new player, you can play boot camp, and then you'll still eventually get destroyed by the 1 or 2 real player teams that are there. Yeah, these guys are not cheating. Let's see about Dippy. Oh, well, Rubio's already gone. Like I say, new players just quitting. But yeah, if you're a new player, it's so unforgiving, and there's so little proper matchmaking in the game. Like, skill-based matchmaking's insanely weak. To the point where if you're bad at the game, you're going to have some people in your lobby who are much, much better, and they are going to find and kill you. Okay, so don't think this guy's cheating. Those little extra shots to the side of his head. He did something that I never, ever do, and I should, which was, you know, he downed someone, then instead of immediately trying to first the kill, he actually went back into cover and then peeked out just to see if somebody else was going to run for him. I get killed so often, just because I'm being a bit too greedy. Whoa. Whoa. That guy's on top of him, sliding around. I think he's playing with him a little bit. But, oh, that's one of those guys who, like, knows that he needs to use loads of movement, lots of sliding around and stuff, but couldn't actually shoot. So he just completely messed that up. I feel like he had him dead to rights. He should have killed Dippy. Okay, Dippy did just try to open a door that wasn't a door. I don't think either of these 2 people on this team are cheating. The Bushman won his gulag. Right. Let's see what's going on. So, why is it on that guy's screen there was a red crate? Oh, maybe he just had a care package and managed to open it. They do seem to be running kind of towards fights a little bit. Is he running over to try and buy Satisfying back? I don't think we've watched Satisfying, have we? So we don't really know. The way Warzone tends to go at the moment, if you're watching a team that aren't very good, then they tend to get killed pretty quickly by people that are. Because, you know, again, I said it in other videos, but one of the big problems of Warzone is that if you're not that good at the game, you will get hunted down, because players who are good at the game have so many tools and techniques available to them to get around the map super quickly, hunting players down, absolutely destroying people. So this is It's SB. He is solo in quads. This is a thing that I noticed a while back. I had a go at doing solo quads just because I was curious. And weirdly, if you go into quads with squad fill off, you do seem to get easier matchmaking. It's like the game's like, oh, you're by yourself, we'll try and make it easier on you. I think that's why a lot of content creators and streamers and stuff do it. So they can go for like high kill counts and stuff. Okay, so that is an interesting situation where it's like, that to me looked a bit suspicious. You know, his shots were all perfectly on target, but the guy was running straight towards him. Like, the guy was running in a straight line, not massively difficult. This guy is on 7. We'll see. We'll see how It's SB does. I do notice he has Twitch TV in his thing. I'm going to find out he's some big pro or something. Man, I'm going to look him up on my phone while we're doing this just to see, is he someone with like 1,000 viewers or something? And I'm like, just spectating someone who is known as being good. Oh, he is live. How many viewers does he have? He has a special logo. He's got quite a nice, clean streaming setup. I think it's the one from Nerd or Die. They have one that looks exactly like this. Got a bloody advert, so I can't see anything about it. But he is streaming, so like... Oh, I don't know. He is streaming, so obviously that makes it a little bit harder to cheat, just in terms of then you have to make sure that you can hide whatever overlay it is and stuff like that. Like, it means that people are watching you. So he has 11 viewers, 13 viewers. So he does have a viewership. And no one in the chat is saying anything about cheating. So that makes me think, okay, maybe less likely to be cheating. He did know where that guy was, but I suppose the guy didn't have many options. Let's keep watching. Maybe he's just really good. And again, like I said, if you are solo queuing in quads, you will be put in lobbies that are easier, below your normal skill level. I would say that's quite offensive to me because I was in this lobby, but I was also solo queuing. So you never know. And I did manage to win my gulag, which was nice. They weren't even AFK this time. A lot of the time when you're doing these spectating things, because you die right at the beginning, then you go into the gulag, you get people who are like AFK and stuff. He had a sniper looking right at him, but just carried on flying towards him. He did juke a little bit. That didn't look like he was cheating, I don't think. Like I saw he carried on moving his aim a little bit up past the guy's head as if he was going to carry on climbing, but the guy had actually fallen. That's the sort of thing that I look for that makes me think, okay, that's probably like legit aim, because it makes sense that you would think that he was going to carry on climbing. It's when people like immediately like snap down when the person gets downed. That sort of stuff is what makes me think, because there's no way you could have predicted the exact moment that they got downed. So is he looking for the rest of the team of this guy? So he doesn't have wall hacks or anything, otherwise he would have known that there was no one there. I don't know how much people who do use wall hacks and stuff like that bother acting. Did feel a bit like he knew where that guy was. I couldn't hear him, but you know, spectating's a bit different. Okay, this does seem a little bit like he knows where people are. Did he put a UAV up? I didn't notice. Maybe he did and I didn't see it. But that's like 2 people in a row where it looked like he knew just where they were. Obviously he saw these people on the red light thing. But he did seem to still know exactly where they were in the building. Oh, I'm starting to lean towards maybe this guy is cheating. Let me know in the comments below. What about it's SP? He's at least very good at aiming. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. I always find it very suspicious when you see people saying like, oh, I know for a fact these guys were cheating. Like, you know, you watch some content creators, particularly more competitive content creators, and they'll be like 100% sure that people are cheating from the like 2 seconds they see of the kill cam. And you know kill cams are like buggy, so it doesn't seem right. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. Well, he just cleared out that team. I don't know about this guy. Like, those players didn't seem like they were super good or anything. Is he getting a UAV? Yeah, he's got a UAV now. So now he can fly towards somebody. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's SP. Twitch TV, it's SP. Is he legit or not? It's a nice...
You've never tangled with a turtle before.
See, this all looks pretty reasonable. That's what I mean about like reacting to snipers. Like, he saw that glint and was like, oh, I should move my head out of the way. I don't know, I'm leaning towards this guy being legit. But those 2 players where he did seem to know exactly where they were seemed a bit suspicious. And then he went over to that building and it's like, even after their pings disappeared from them shooting, he knew which side of the building they had moved to. Which seemed a bit weird. A bit weird. Not like, you know, oh, it's impossible, he must be cheating. But definitely a bit weird. Maybe as we go on with this, I'll get better at it. The problem is, we'll never know. You know, we'll never know with any of these people. Unless we see them get banned, I suppose. Which does happen sometimes. As I was saying, when I was playing on Monday, or I think it's Monday, I was watching one game and there were people who I thought were cheating. And I, like, to the point where I actually reported them. And then each person that I was watching that I thought was cheating, they all got banned one by one until the very end of the game. See, that looks completely natural to me. I know, like, with some of these cheat menus and stuff, there's things where you can say like, oh, okay, only do it within this certain distance, because, you know, it looks super suspicious if you're shooting someone perfectly accurately from a long way away. So you can say, okay, only up to 50 meters. And that was just a weird spectator bug. I think there's some weird lag going on there. I don't know.
They've got a SAM turret.
How does he know there's another one? Did he see another one? I don't know. I really don't know. This is a more interesting one. I'm kind of hoping in this video that at some point we see a really blatant, like, kind of rage hacker type cheater. I think this guy could just be good. He has an incredible sense of where people are. Like that, I think, was kind of reasonable. You could shoot someone like that. There's a jailbreak, so we're going to see a bit more fighting from him. This guy's on 20 kills now. Circle 4, like the other guy was that we were watching in the last game. Yeah, that was reasonable. I think that's normal. He's obviously putting himself in quite good positions. I don't know how he's managing to avoid getting caught up by teams. Like, one of my problems when I'm playing solo quads is that sometimes you're like, oh god, I'm coming back, I forgot Gulag, that includes me. No! You will not bring me back! Oh, two snipers just watched me do that. Oh, does that mean we're going to be spectating someone different now? That's kind of a shame. Spectate. Let's go back in. Yeah, when I'm playing solo quads, sometimes you find that you just sort of like make a rotation, move around, and you suddenly find yourself like there's a group that's a bit more split up and you're in the middle of them. And that's really, really bad. And it's like, he seems to be being very, very lucky to avoid that. Right, this guy, only 3 kills, probably less likely. This guy's only level 13 with his two kills. Ritmo Illogico. Wait, is this the guy that we were spectating early on? I'm sure we spectated someone who was really low level. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that guy left. This guy, like, legit seems like he might be, like, someone new. Really interesting to me when you do see new players now. Like, who's getting into Warzone for the first time in 2025? I guess maybe kids getting their first games console? Something like that? I guess maybe there's kids sometimes, you know, who grew up on other games, like maybe like Fortnite or Roblox, and then have decided to give Warzone a try. It just seems unlikely to me that someone is like giving Warzone a try now, of all times. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this guy's doing anything particularly suspicious. Oh, can we get sniped? Yeah, I mean, he's shooting at them he's shooting at 2 snipers with a PP-19. There's someone landing in somewhere near him. His friend just got shot. Oh, that mortar. Yeah, just steal his stuff. I think he was taking his money so he could buy him back. I don't think this guy's long for this world. I think those snipers are going to get him. I don't think your PP-19 is going to challenge those snipers the way you hope it will. Someone not running up with him. There he is. Wait. What? Did that guy not notice him?
Closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Yeah, there we go. I think Ritmo was legit. So now I've got Mario. Let's see what he's going to do. It's a zombies player, clearly. So he's got 10 kills. Person on his team's got no kills, 4 kills. Let's watch the 10 kill guy, I guess. No, I mean, that's very legit, isn't it? Trying to use a ground loot sniper to shoot someone out of the sky and not being able to keep up with them. Very normal. Don't think I've got any qualms about this guy. He's done alright to get 10 kills. Might be having the game of his life. Like, this guy might be so excited. I would be if I was on 10 kills in Warzone. I'd be like, yeah, that's great. Oh, sniping. No, see, no account for bullet drop or anything. No waiting. Just shooting. No being cover. Yeah, just shoot a bit. Make sure everyone knows where you are. Then go for your loadout. That's always the best plan. It's always good to announce what you're about to do. Right, so there was a guy down here who was looking at him. What guns he got? A helm. That's a fancy frost line. Wait, he knows there's someone there. Oh, yeah. That was a good shot. Okay, now he can hit shots. Sometimes. Oh, they shot each other. You don't see that very often in Call of Duty.
Hostile shooter.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Eyes on the enemy.
Yep. And looks like all of them are in trouble because when that team move slightly around here, they don't have anywhere to go. What? Why did that team stop pushing? That seems super odd. Well, they're firing lots of bullets. Okay, he might be able to get a nope. Nope. Yeah, I don't think this guy's cheating. I think he's just sometimes hits an okay shot. I think this 10 kills for this guy is very exciting for him. He did... Okay, so that's another thing. Like, when I was talking about people shooting, you can see a bit more of a sniper rifle. He obviously expected that guy to keep on running rather than take cover. So he shot ahead of him. That's kind of a sign that, okay, that's how people normally aim. That's normal, natural aim. I do wonder if a lot of what I ascribe to aimbot is just people who know how to make the aim assist work for them in a way that I've never been able to. Like, you know, I've spent a lot of time in private games making videos talking about it, testing everything that anyone in chat can show me, looking up YouTube guides and stuff, and I've never been able to do some of the things that people claim to be able to do with aim assist, where they're like, oh yeah, you can just jump around and keep on hip firing and it'll track them perfectly. I've never been able to get that to work properly. Only if you set up a very, very specific situation can you get anything like that. So I'm always a bit like, maybe people are just lying about how strong aim assist is to cover up the fact that they're cheating. But, you know, I don't know. Right, who are we going to be watching now? Okay, so this team, we've got an 8 kill, 5 kill, 15 kill. Okay, let's watch the 15 kill. Not good, mate. Oh, Daddy Longlegs, I thought it said that he was on what level 1, but he's not. So there's still quite a few teams here left, but there's only 9 players, so there's these guys and 5 more. Let's watch this guy playing. 15 kills is quite a lot, but it's not like that crazy for Circle 7. I thought I just saw someone go up there, but I think maybe it was a drone disappearing. Okay, so this guy clearly doesn't have walls or anything. He doesn't seem to know where these guys are. That seems brave. Or stupid. Like, sometimes you watch these people who have loads of kills in a game, and it's like, and yes, I do think 15 kills is loads of kills. I have loads of kills in the game, and then they make the weirdest choices. Right, 4 teams left, only 6 players. We're still with the same team we were before. This guy's on 7 kills, this guy's on 8 kills. He stayed up here. I don't know why the others didn't stay up here, really. I guess because then they will have to jump down from the gas. Oh. He knows there's a lot of people behind him. Oh, the gas is coming back. If he had a way of staying. No, sad times. Right. All hopes are on this guy. Going up top.
Last one standing.
Don't hate that idea. Oh no! Oh no! You're in trouble! You're in trouble! I hope you. Oh! Impact grenades! I really like impact grenades. That was good. Right. He's in a pretty good position here. He's armoured up. It's 1v2 though. He doesn't know quite where they are. Assuming that they're somewhere over there. Oh, they're down there. They're down there. I'd get up on the ramp. Get up on the ramp. Oh no, they've seen. They're looking. They're looking. You can get it down. Yeah, get up on the ramp. Get up on the ramp. They're gonna have a hard time with you up here. Yeah, I like this. Sorry, I know we're meant to be looking whether they're cheating, but this guy isn't cheating. Okay.
Gas is moving in.
Can reset a little bit, grab a few little bits and pieces. Doesn't have any gas mask. Does have some impact grenades. Oh, an impact grenade there. Go a treat.
He's inbound.
Sadly, he went back into cover, as you'd expect him to do. He wasn't just hiding on that corner. If he'd have been a bit quicker with that impact grenade, could have got a kill there. Now, we don't know these guys' armor situation or anything. No, you can't drop off there. Don't drop off there. You'll get stuck. But you can run over here. Absolutely fine. Oh, yeah, personal radar. What a treat. Love a personal radar. So we can't see them on our personal radar. I don't know if that means they have ghost or if it's just a spectator glitch. I don't know. Okay. Oh! Sad times. That was always going to be difficult. But he tried his best. Right, let's go straight into the last game. I don't think we've seen anyone who we could say is definitely cheating yet. We've seen a couple of people who are like, maybe, but no one definite. Let's see in the third game. And welcome to game 3. So sadly, I did just get beaten in the gulag by Roscoe, who's on this team. That might be an embarrassing thing to admit in a second if it turns out that he's really bad. But interestingly, on this team, we do have a couple of low-level players. So we have Slavi, who is level 15, and I thought he was fighting someone, but I'm not convinced he is. He's just walking backwards down train tracks. I'm pretty sure that's a very dangerous thing to do. Right, there's somebody right there. I think this guy might actually be new. Yeah, this guy looks new. This is a 150 player game. You can see there's still 130 people, 129 people left alive. Right, I'm pretty sure Slavi is legit. He's just new. Interesting, we are getting a bunch of newer players. Maybe it is because the game's trying to be nice to me because I'm... Oh, he got a kill. Because I, you know, haven't played for a while and then I've jumped in and died immediately every game while I've been trying to do the spectating ones. Maybe it's trying to give me easier players. I'm not sure.
Established the SAM turret.
Or maybe there's just less super obvious cheaters. I did kind of want to make these videos as a way of showing, you know, either, oh, this is how bad the cheating problem is, you know, if it was super easy to find cheaters in every game. Or, oh, look, maybe it's not so bad after all. Like, let's watch a bunch of games in a row and, like, there's no cheaters at all. And again, like I said, it obviously depends on what time of day you're playing, what region you're playing in, what mode you're playing in. You know, ranked apparently has a lot more cheaters, according to people that play ranked. There's lots and lots of, you know, variables. It's impossible to tell. This isn't like a statistical study. You'd have to play thousands of games to be able to do something like that. But anecdotally, when you get people like me saying, oh, I don't want to play Warzone because every game I'm in, I'm just getting killed by cheaters. And then you spectate entire games and you see, oh, a lot of the people in these games don't seem to be cheaters. Kind of makes me sound like I'm full of nonsense, to be honest. And I'm constantly flip-flopping. Like, over the last 5 years of Warzone, I've constantly been going backs and forwards of saying, like, no, there's hardly any cheaters. Most people can't be bothered to cheat. It's like, you know, a pain. The vast majority of people who play Call of Duty wouldn't even know how to go about it. And then the next week I'll be like, no, everybody's cheating. Like, every fight I'm in is incredibly unfair. It's this level 15. I mean, these guys, I'm sort of hoping they run into someone soon. Roscoe's the guy that beat me in the gulag, I'd like to add, hasn't even put an extra plate on, and he's using bullets to open doors. So, yeah. It was, you know, it was kind of a close fight in the gulag, but he did shoot me. He is shooting the lock of the door. You don't need to shoot the lock of the door. This game isn't that deep. I would like it if it was that deep. I've been talking a bit in some recent videos about, you know, what I'd like the future of Call of Duty to be, what I'd like them to change in the future. And I definitely think, for me at least, and I know this isn't like a widespread opinion, it's just what I would prefer. I would kind of like them to start embracing the milsim aspect a bit more. You know, I've been enjoying games like Arma or Forger. I think a lot of modern games, the technology's kind of got to a point where we can maybe have a bit more interactivity, a little bit more realism. Stuff like that, like blowing the lock off a door. Maybe that'd be interesting. Maybe that'd be cool. I know there's some people who just want Call of Duty to be as fast as possible. They ideally want it to be like Tribes or something, where we'll all be scooting around and shooting guns with no recoil. But I kind of like the immersion. I kind of like the idea of, you know, feeling like you're in these places. I think for me, maybe I should do a whole video about this, but the zip lines were a turning point for Warzone for me. Where before the zip lines, there were very few movement options to get around the map quickly. You know, you had vehicles, which is kind of realistic, having vehicles to be able to move around, kind of immersive and fun. And then you had running, and the running wasn't that fast. And obviously over time people learned, you know, about slide cancelling and being able to reset your tactical sprint all this time and stuff like that to get you a bit quicker. But you were still essentially running around. And it didn't feel like you were that fast. And they had a problem in Warzone in Verdansk that there were some places like, you know, the top of the stadium or the ATC tower where if people got up there, maybe by parachuting back in after they redeployed, it was quite hard to get them down from there. Because, you know, like with the ATC tower, there's only really one way up. And so they started adding zip lines everywhere. And that suddenly meant that you could move around the map so much quicker because you could always just zip line up to something tall, then jump off and parachute across. You know, vertical distance didn't really matter that much because you could always just zip up really quickly. And then obviously they added redeploy balloons, so then you could just do this everywhere in the map, just constantly be zipping all over the place. And I think it marked a change in the kind of philosophy of how movement in Call of Duty should work. Well, there goes Roscoe. It marked a change in how Call of Duty worked. You know, it's like, okay, we're going to go away from immersion because obviously zipping around on zip lines, going vertically upside of a building in a couple of seconds isn't at all immersive or realistic. But it's probably better for the gameplay in terms of, you know, the competition and making it fair and sort of weakening some of those power positions and stuff like that. Letting people move around the map quickly so they didn't have those boring moments. I know Ted Timmons, the creative director of Raven, talked a lot about how they didn't want there to be a very long sort of time to action. They wanted there to be very short gaps between when you're doing something interesting, when you're in fights. And so they did a lot. Oh, this guy's just going to be AFK. He's going to get killed. Hopefully we get to watch someone else. Nope, he's not AFK. Sort of feel sorry for these people. I don't think they're cheating, though. I think they're just not that great at the game and they're getting absolutely destroyed. Yep, there we go. Yeah, they wanted the time to action to be as short as possible. And I think immersion kind of went out the window. A couple of weeks ago, we did a community night on Firestorm, the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale, which sadly doesn't have much of a population anymore. But obviously, if you can get enough people willing to search at the same time, we managed to get some good games going. And something that was really interesting about that... Oh, no. He got an AFK. And he's still taking a while to get him. One of the interesting things about Firestorm is just there's quite a lot of time where you're left alone. There's quite a lot of time where you're just kind of traveling somewhere or you're in an area deciding what to do. And it felt a bit more immersive. It felt a bit lonelier. It felt a bit more like kind of, okay, you're properly out in the wilderness sometimes or you're in these like abandoned towns. And then when there's action, it felt very, very dramatic. You know, it's like, oh my God, and suddenly there's explosions going off. There's bullets whizzing by. And I think the contrast was important between those quiet moments and the more exciting moments. And I think Warzone has kind of ruined that. Like, Warzone has taken out the quiet moments. It's tried to remove them as much as possible. So you're always doing something. There's always an event happening, like the fire sale here. There's always somebody able to track you. There's a bounty coming towards you. There's UAVs over the map so people can get around. There's people flying around on redeploy balloons. There's constantly more people dropping in. Like, it just feels like there's so much going on all the time that you don't really have quiet moments. You just have really hectic moments and slightly less hectic moments. And the lack of contrast means that the exciting moments aren't really that exciting anymore. They're just bland because it's just that's what the game's always like. And I definitely feel like, you know, maybe the map is a part of that as well. As it's saying, you know, it's quite a dense map. It feels like you can always see multiple points of interest. You know, here you're looking out and you can see that factory in the distance. You can see Popov Power. You've got the hills up on the left where that military base is. He's at a fire station here. And it's like there could be stuff happening at any of them. Obviously, it looks a little bit quieter when you're watching someone who's playing like this, who's kind of staying out of the way of everyone. But good for him, you know. He's level 16. He's living his best life. He's got 2 kills. If you're level 16 in Warzone, you've got 2 kills. I'd give yourself a pat on the back. Like, well done you. Well, he did hear some shooting then. Is he going to go towards it? I kind of... This feels like watching a car crash slow motion. You know if you're watching someone and there's something wrong with their car and it's like, oh, that's about to go wrong. This guy's running around out in the open with an ASG and a pistol. No, has he got... No, has he got a proper secondary? He's got an ASG. I know lots of people, particularly newer players, pick up the ASG thinking it's an assault rifle because the silhouette of it in the bottom right looks like an assault rifle. And they might not know that that reticle means it's a shotgun. And then they get into a fight and they suddenly realise that they've got a shotgun and it's not doing anything. And they get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, see, he didn't even know that that box just reset, so he could have opened it. He's got enough money to buy that person back. He is not... Oh, is he going to buy him back? Yeah, he is. Is he? Yeah, he bought him back. Good on him. Well, we're not exactly looking for hackers in this game. We're much more... I'm just sort of cheering on acting dork. I hope everything goes well for him. He's deciding what else to buy. He's in the menu for quite a long time. Sadly, we're not going to see the benefit of those 150 players because we have been following this team for a whole time. This is all because I died in the gulag. This is my punishment for dying in the gulag. It's very mean. Do let me know in the comments whether you like this style of video, because obviously this is the sort of thing that we could do like every week or so. We could do this every Saturday or something. Just play a few games, kind of see the state of Warzone, you know, use it as a thermometer to check how Warzone's doing. What are people playing like? This, I think, this gameplay might surprise some people. They might be like, oh, there are still new players coming into the game. There are still people who are having experience. They've got into Circle 3, you know, the end of Circle 3, got a couple of kills, and he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. You know, I always think, oh, if you're not good at the game, if you're not good at Warzone, why does that sound like a ray gun firing off? If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get absolutely destroyed immediately. But clearly, you know, these people are surviving. These people are not thriving, but, you know, they're getting by. That's not too bad. So it's a bit eye-opening to me. Of course, there's going to be some people in the comments. I know who you are. You've probably already left a comment. You probably only watched a bit of the video. And you're like, oh, well, it's because you're terrible at the game. So you get these terrible lobbies. Like, I'd be winning every game. I'd be getting 30 kills every game if I was in these lobbies. Well, get lost. I always think that I'm really bad at Warzone. And then I do, like, private games against people and I do well. And it's like, I think I would say I'm probably slightly above average at Warzone, personally. I'm definitely not, you know, not for a content creator. I'm not above average for a content creator. Loads of content creators are much, much, much better than me. But I think as a person in their late 30s who plays too much Call of Duty, I think I do okay. Compared to the overall player base, I don't think I'm terrible. But I do think the sort of the shift in the average player skill has gone up so high over the last 5 years, where it's like who an average player is much better at the game than they used to be back in 2020. You know, people have learned the game a lot better. The game has catered to the top end a lot more, and as always happens with games, well, with PvP games, the people who aren't very good at the game just quit playing because it's not much fun losing, and then you end up with only the people who are quite good at the game still playing a lot. And these guys. I wonder if these guys are having fun. Because it looks to me like this is a frustrating experience. Because, you know, they're bumping into walls a little bit and they're not really doing anything. But then what I was saying about immersion and all of that kind of stuff, maybe these guys are having like a great adventure. Maybe they're really enjoying themselves. I don't know. He can hear a sniper, so he's hiding in the back of a truck. Kind of see the logic, unless that sniper looks into the back of the truck and then you're dead. He's doing a lot of looting, but somehow doesn't have any money, which I find kind of interesting. His custom weapon is a PU-21 with no attachments, I think. I would laugh at that, not being able to open a door, but I've done that loads of times with a heartbeat sensor. Where because you can't sprint, you think you can just run through a door, but it doesn't work that way. Right, he's going to reload his PU-21. No, he's going to... almost looked like he meleeed to cancel it, but no, that was an accident. Okay, he put an extra 4 bullets in his PU-21. Good. How's Christian getting on? Should we pop over and see what Christian's doing? Oh, Christian's standing right behind him with a Frostline ground loot. I want to go back to watching Acting Dork. I'm more interested in Acting Dork.
UAV marking coordinates.
He's got a counter UAV up. That might be the first time he's ever put a counter UAV up. He's looking at it. These are genuinely new players. It's really interesting. I didn't expect to find this in this set of spectating games. I told you I was just going to put whatever the first 3 games I played were, and somehow we've ended up watching a team that have basically got through to the end game, doing very, very little. We've had a nice time for a chat though, haven't we? But you would think if there were people with walls and aimbots, stuff like that, if there were cheaters in this lobby, they would find these guys quite quickly. They would find them crazy. There is someone near him. You can hear him. He's on his left. You could hear the footsteps.
They've got a SAM turret online.
And that person just completely left him alone. Yeah, like, I've talked about it before. You know, my theory that if you have incredibly good people in a lobby, or if you have cheaters in a lobby, out of that 150 players, you know, it only takes one team who are really good or one team who are cheating to be able to rush around and clear up the lobby because they know where everybody is, they can kill everybody really easily, and generally they're quite impatient, you know, that's why they're cheating. So they'll rush around and absolutely destroy everybody. And so the fact that these guys have survived for so long kind of implies that this isn't a lobby with cheats in and stuff, that there is nobody running around looking for them. There is someone right next to him right now. Sliding around. This person's going to take out both of them, isn't he? The other guy's got a sniper rifle out, even though he can hear the footsteps. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's shooting the wrong way. Oh no, he's reloading. He's reloading. He only fired 10 bullets out of his 75 bullets. Oh no. Why does the game say 7,000 out of 7,000 on the left? I've got no idea. Right, we're watching Yakko now. Okay, this is a squad. They're all moving around quite quickly. They've all got their custom weapons. Okay, 1 kill. 0 kills. It's level 17. 1 kill. Man, I should have played this game, shouldn't I? They're all moving around really quick and they've got barely any kills. What is this lobby? I really should have played this as a game. I mean, to be fair, I got killed in the gulag by one of these players who I'm saying aren't very good. Oh! His friend saved him. That's the power of teamwork. That's the power of being together. Oh no, it's a jailbreak. I'm going back in. Part of me is like, should I just go back in and try and win the game? But I'm not going to. I'm going to commit to the spectating thing. Because how embarrassing would it be if, after everything I've said, I went back in and then I died horribly. I might try and see if I can find someone who seems good to kill me so I can spectate them. Someone who's in like a, you know, prime position. Because the lobby hasn't died off that quick. Again, you'd expect if, you know, there's a lot of not very good players, you'd expect the lobby to die off really fast if there were cheaters. Right. Should we go? Yeah, these guys. We're going to go. Hey, buddy. There we go. Is that a nuke skin? Yeah, it's a nuke skin. So this lobby, you've seen the level of players in this game. This guy has a nuke skin. Just, you know, in case you think skill-based matchmaking works. It doesn't. There's not enough players for that to work. Right, let's spectate. Spectate. Hurry up. I want to watch Amaki. Amaki with the nuke. Oh no, did he just die? Did Amaki just die? Bloody, this game takes so long to get spectate. When you're playing PUBG, it just snaps immediately. Oh, well, we're back to this team.
Once they find out who you are.
Daddy Schlonglegs is on this team again. This guy's on 11 kills. Wait, was he in the other game? Is this a different game? Annoyingly, they killed the nuke guy that I was trying to get to watch. So this guy, 11, 8, 14, Criminal Luke. Should we watch Criminal Luke? Oh no! What? Yeah, that is Daddy Schlonglegs in this game. Well, maybe that was in a different game, I don't know. Right, this guy's got 14 kills. Is he going to be cheating? Or is this just a bit of a bot lobby that they've found themselves in?
I'll be back.
There's only 5 teams left. I don't think he's cheating. I feel like he would have been able to shoot some people on that rooftop if he was cheating. Nope, he's going to die. He's going to die.
Will you win the game?
Nope, I don't think any of these people are cheating. I think this is all very legit. Right, it's only... I'm going to call him Long Legs. There's only Long Legs and Criminal Luke left
Gas is moving
on this
in.
team.
New safe zone located.
Criminal Luke's about to die and is swearing quite a lot.
10.
Please don't demonetize me, YouTube.
Standing.
You've got gas moving in.
Right. He's just hiding. Yeah, I don't think this guy's cheating. Oh, the mine! Oh, brutal. He doesn't have any plates either. Oh, that was costly. Okay, that guy doesn't have any plates either now. You need to push that now. If that guy's plating up, you're in so much trouble. If you throw 2 gas grenades, does it actually double up the damage? I don't think it does. Oh, there you go, plates. Oh, no, you're dead. What? That guy was so weak. Oh, this guy's just clearing up. Oh, that's sad times. That's game over. Well, 3 games, and I would say we didn't see anyone who I would definitely say is cheating. Let me know in the comments if you disagree, if you think there was someone in any of those lobbies that you would say is definitely cheating, and I'll go back and have a look. If you enjoy this style of video, like I said, maybe we'll do this weekly or something. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, see more, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye!